Hello, everyone. My name is Meg, and let me just start by saying I have zero political power. I'm not on any school boards. I just recently went to a political event and was completely socially awkward, didn't know what to do with myself, who to talk to, or what to do. So I am just a Huntington Beach resident, and I'm just an associate marriage and family therapist. And I've been working with middle school students for the past 3 years, volunteer intern 2 days a week as a counselor. So I'm just a person who really cares about kids. And so I want to talk about Measure A and B because I researched it. So it all started when one day I was at the Huntington Beach Library and I was approached by a woman who wanted me to sign something. She said that our city council member is trying to hire a private company to select books that go into the library. Instead of the librarians doing it, a private company is going to do it. And that didn't make sense to me. And when something doesn't make sense, it usually means it's not true. So I didn't really think about it until about a month or two later when I saw a sign, "Protect our kids from porn." And that was a pretty bold sign, so I thought something really bad is going on. If they had to actually say that out loud, because it's not good, because if a 6-year-old sees that and asks their mom, like, what is that? It just it's just a difficult situation. But I learned that it's so bad that Chad Williams read these books and did something because no one else had the courage to go in and read these books and say something. So the next thing I did was I started to do my own research. Okay, I just want to know the truth. What is Measure A and B? They make it so confusing. The yes people say save our children. The no people, which I am a no person, of course, says protect our kids from porn because someone had to expose it. It took a lot of courage to do that. So I looked into it. I went to protecthbkids.com and saw just awful, nasty excerpts. And also I watched Calvary Chapel of the Harbor sermon on the 4th of May. So if you go to ccoth.com and look up the May 4th sermon, you can see the service where they expose all the darkness that's going on. So at first, I did my research there were 2 books I was going to check out to confirm that they were actually in the Huntington Beach Library and a 13-year-old could check these books out. So one book was called Let's Talk About It, and that encourages kids to watch porn. And it shows all these different positions and just graphic pictures, and several books with graphic pictures. Chad Williams posted it on Facebook of these graphic drawings, and he had to take it down, but it's okay. So anyway, the book, Let's Talk About It, I went to the library, to the Huntington Beach Library, and I asked the librarian, is Let's Talk About It here? And she said, it used to be in the children's section, but our city council member moved it to young adult. And I said, but a 13-year-old can check it out of young adult? And she said, yes. I said, but a 13-year-old's not a young adult. An 18-year-old is a young adult. A 13-year-old is still a minor. And then I informed her, I said, do you know this book? It's called Identical by Ellen Hopkins. On page 393, It states, it describes graphic child sexual abuse. It's about a father who sexually abuses a daughter. This is on page 393. A father has twin daughters. He sexually abuses one in front of the other. And then the other one that doesn't get sexually abused knows it was wrong, but kind of craves the same attention. And that is child pornography. Now, if a 13-year-old watches child pornography, they're going to be traumatized. If they read about it, they're going to be traumatized. So by saying protect our kids from porn, like it could have been a lot worse. He could have said protect our kids from child porn. And I'm just grateful that our city councilman had the courage to read these books and expose them, because he's getting a lot of heat from the yes people because he has exposed them, and they're very angry, and they're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for this Measure AB. And what it does is it locks parents out of the decision making. So the yes people have their signs says protect parents' rights, but it actually locks parents out. They have no rights. Any book can go anywhere. So, let me back up. So when I went to the library, the librarian said that it was taken out of the children's section and into the young adult, and the book Identical is there, and the book Let's Talk About It. So a 13-year-old can check these books out. And I told her, do you know it describes childhood sexual abuse? That's child pornography. And she said, oh, no, it's about puberty. And she was kind. I think she's just so desensitized, like by allowing porn in. Oh, you're not cool if you allow porn in. Oh, but I would think no matter what political party someone belongs to, child pornography, I would think everyone would not want that in our libraries and think that is absolutely wrong. A child can't go see, like a 13-year-old can't go see a rated R movie, but that book wouldn't even be rated XXX. It would be illegal. Child pornography is illegal. They don't even want to ban these books. They just want them out of the young adult section. So Chad Williams had it moved from the children's section to young adult. He just wants to move it out of young adult into the adult. Personally, I want to ban these books. I'm sure he does too, but probably won't be able to win that fight. So he's pushing his hardest, trying his hardest to get them out of young adult. And so the yes people also say, vote yes, save our children, when it's actually Measure B is keeping the same evil system that has been in place. It's protecting that system where all these books and child pornography has gotten into our libraries. And so it's protecting the failed system if you vote yes. So it gets very confusing. When I received my ballot, I got confused when I read it, and it's just not clear. The yes people aren't clear. They said stop corporate takeover. There is no private company. There's no corporate takeover. There's 7 city council members of Huntington Beach, and they want to appoint 3 people, members of the community. These could be any, like, people that care about kids. It could be a teacher, a parent, a concerned citizen, someone who has the time and cares about kids. Maybe the librarians don't have time to read all these books, because I would think a librarian wouldn't want child pornography in their library. So I am voting no. No, no, no. Please vote no. And please pray for Huntington Beach to win the vote no. The vote is Tuesday, the 10th. Today is June 5th. I'm pretty late getting this out. As you noticed, my cat was meowing. This is not going to be a perfect video. I've got to get it out. It's June 5th and the vote is June 10th. Please vote no if you're a resident of Huntington Beach, and pray for Huntington Beach for the no vote to win, and pray for the yes people to humble themselves and pray and seek God's face and turn from their wicked ways, so God will hear from heaven, forgive their sin, and heal our land. I'm praying for them. So thank you. Please vote no on Measure A, no, and Measure B, no. No, no, no. Please vote no. Thank you.